Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. Hope you're well. How's it going? What are you up to? Okay, so if you are coming back, welcome back. Today I am doing a whip on Brookside Retreat because I'm not too far off getting it finished. I'm not going to zoom out and show the whole thing, but I've literally got 2 rows left. So I would imagine that I will probably have this finished in the next week or so, week and a half. It is Saturday. I'm filming on a Saturday, and husband has gone off to the Strawberry Festival, which is an annual festival that happens in Whittlesea. Festival is probably a bit of a posh name for it, to be fair. It is actually, it's a glorified pub crawl. Right, let me see if I can find which release paper booklet these belong in. Oh, I haven't used them before. I'm going to use them in. Right, it's definitely not that one. Okay, so if you are brand new, my name is Sam and I am a diamond painter of, oh my god, it will be 4 years this year. 4 years in May. So diamond painter of 4 years, YouTuber of 3. I think it was 3 years in October. So yeah, I've been doing it a while. I don't think I could call myself an expert, you know. I think you rely on other people to call you an expert. It's not something you can designate yourself. If you are interested, my release papers come from the lovely Penny at KALBSSparkles. I will link her Etsy shop in the description box. She does these lovely release paper booklets. She does cover papers. She also does similar booklets now for your trading cards. I can't show you one. I don't have one. I don't even have a trading card because I haven't brought any kits that have had any in. The last kits I bought were the Lord of the Rings ones, and they don't have them. So what have we got here? So this is a Kuk Kittens. I'm going to have to get my book out to get the dimensions because I am not moving it. So this is square drill canvas. It is 93 by 70 centimetres, so a nice big one. 55 colours, 2 ABs. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Beautiful kit. I got this from one of my subscribers. She was destashing it, and it was very much in the time where I wanted to have one diamond painting from, you know, different subscribers, different artists, because I was in danger of only working on Mandy Manzanos at that point. However, that hasn't happened. So what am I using today? I have got a trash drill pot. This is just a lidded pot. I decorated it with acrylic when I very first started, got a magnet on, and I just leave it on there for my trash. I use it for all my trash. It's the only one I have now, so I just do that. I might make another one, you never know. I'm also using one of my soft grip pens. These are polymer foam clay pens that are made using the original cheap stick pens that you got in kits. I do make these. I will be making, by the time you see this video, I will have made 12 and they will be up on the Etsy shop. Link is in the description box. I am also using the XL blinged up pink tray. Mine's a bit minging. I've got a coffee ring and everything, but they are available. We have white, pink, and I also have a number of the limited edition rose gold still in stock. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing they'll still be in stock by the time you see this, but you know, you can hope. I am also using bottle storage for this kit. I have 2 larger bits. This was an 84 bottle case that my mum bought me for my birthday 2 years ago to put Aries in because I needed a bigger kit. So that is everything that I am using. That's it. Today's video will contain comments and questions because I do encourage you if you are watching, to like, subscribe, comment and share, because they're all things that will help my channel grow, and that's what 2025 is about. So I hope you will. I hope that you have sort of eased back in. For those of you that have gone back to work after the Christmas period, I hope it wasn't too much of a shock. I have to say, I'm bloody knackered. Like that first week, I literally had 2 jobs, and you know, 2 days in, and that's 4 jobs, and it was a bit of a breeze. But this last week, oh my Gideon, I am shattered. However, I'm shattered in a good way. Does that make sense? Those of you that don't know, I have a couple of health problems. They're not problems, they're issues. So I have arthritis, which is in my back, hips, hands, knees, and possibly my feet, but that's been quite recent. I also have fibromyalgia, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a neuropathic pain disorder where I get pain in joints, muscles, tendons. Tend to find that your tendons are quite tight, so your joints will snap. You'll hear a snap when you move. It's just widespread muscular body pain. Awful thing to have. It's not the worst. But, so I do work for a cleaning company, and I am a residential mainly cleaner, and literally I've got a regular clientele mostly, and I travel around and go and do their cleaning. I literally work part-time. About 18, 19 hours a week, basic. And then obviously I do this as well. So yeah, trying to fit everything in, and also doing a friend's nails this week. I am shattered. But it's been a good week, you know. It hasn't been massively stressful. Last Monday, I did a massive sort out yet again. So for those of you that may not have seen, I am back in my snug. I kicked the child out. When I say child, he's 36. I kicked him out. He is now in the cabin with a radiator and hot water bottles at night. Do you know what I mean? So he is in there. My few nail bits that I need from my friends are in the sunroom, because that space wasn't being used anyway. And do you know what? Doing that has given him his own space. So he's got his own freedom. He's got a TV in there now, so that's good. And I was able to move back into my snug because I've got things to do. I've got videos to film. So that said, if during the course of this video you hear any noise, dogs barking, you know, banging, washing machine, anything like that, do apologise. It's a working household. What can I say? So it is Saturday. Now, you're probably seeing this video a good week to 10 days after. I do apologise for that, but it's the only way that I can schedule ahead is by filming ahead. So before, I would very much film as and when I could, and I'd just put them up, but it was quite erratic. So I'm trying to move away from that. So the downshot is that you may, or maybe slightly behind, but you know. So really, there's probably no point telling you that it's a Saturday or whatever, but I am doing quite well with videos. I'm quite far ahead, and I have got a bit of a busier week. I've got a friend come in on Tuesday because I'm going to do her nails. I then have a friend and her daughter come in Wednesday for the same thing, and then at the weekend, oh my word, at the weekend I am off to Wisbeach Castle ghost hunting with a good friend from Circle. So bit excited, although I don't technically have any of my ghost hunting kit with me because it's at Vicky's. But do you know what? I don't really need it because I wouldn't be able to use the spirit box anyway because we're going to be in a group and it won't be fair on them. So me and Beth will be relying on our own senses and experiences. So a bit exciting. So yeah, getting videos done ahead of time just means that I'm covered. And then if I'm absolutely knackered, I ain't got to worry. So all of this week's videos are done and accounted for. I've just got the DIY DP weekly video to do. We're all good to go. Hashtag DIY DP weekly is a weekly work on my conversion project to complement the hashtag DIY DP Spring and Winter 25 event. Which is perfect if you're one of those lovely people that like to work on cross-stitch conversions and you need a little bit of motivation, because I'm now working on mine and doing mine at least once a week, and by doing a video I'm sort of committed to that, and that will help me get through the conversion a bit quicker, because I don't want to be working on it for years. You know, I don't mind like a year, 2 years, but when you get to the point where you've been working on it for 4, 5, 6, believe me, it's possible. It is possible. I don't want to be doing that. I've got other ones I want to do. So yeah, that's what that is for. So that being said, I don't think anything too major has happened. I have been busy just getting the videos done, getting myself a routine. I am drinking coffee, I do apologise. Hey, I shouldn't slurp on camera, it's so unprofessional. Last year was difficult, I'm not going to lie. It was a hard year. We had a lot of emotional stuff going on. And I've had to make some changes. I've had to make more time for my husband. I've had to, voluntarily, by the way, just in case anyone has forced me to, you will spend time with me. No, voluntarily. I'm also trying to be much more positive this year as well. It is all about the power of positivity. You know, if you approach everything with as much positivity as possible, you will then get positivity back. How many times can I say positivity in one video? Watch Bear Grylls, The Island with Bear Grylls, because he does it like 3 times. He loves saying everything 3 times. Right. Okay, so I am going to head off. So amongst the things that I will be doing, there will be at least 1 whip on a canvas each week. Predominantly Diamond Art Club, because that's what I work on. If you didn't know, I am a Diamond Art Club affiliate. In the description box, which is where you're going to find anything useful. You know, if I mention I've got cover papers, there's a link in there for Penny. If I mention DIY DP, you know, all of that stuff, it will be in the description box. And if it isn't in the description box, it's because you're watching it 3 minutes after it went on YouTube and haven't got around to it yet. But, you know, I'll try. I don't know why they were worth pouring that in. I'm just trying to get the drills lined up. I love how good this tray is. What was I saying? Yeah, I've got some comments and questions to go through, so I'm going to do those. I haven't got masses, I've been quite good, but there will be a whip video every week. And currently, because I'm down to the last couple of rows, this is the bit where I start pushing to get it finished. I have popped a video up. There will be a video coming up where you can vote. Not on what kit is next, because I already know what kit I'm working on next. I've already pulled it because I need it for my bedroom, and I can't decorate my bedroom until it's done. So I've done that, but what I have done is I've done a vote for the next kit that I kit up. I have got storage, I have got room to kit up another one, and I have picked out, I've literally got 4 round drill kits. So I've done a vote on one of the videos. It's not a whip video. And you can choose out of 2 kits which one I kit up next. And then when that's done, I should be at the point where I'm nearly finished Wicked Witch, because I've still been working on that. At which point you will then be able to vote out of 3 kits which one you'd like me to work on. When we reach a point where I have no round kits left, I will then just do 1 kit at a time. You know, had to change sooner or later, right? I haven't got a massive stash. I don't have enough money for a massive stash. So the last 3 I bought were the Lord of the Rings ones, because I had to have those. So that's it. So let me get my tablet and I will start working through comments. Bear with me, I am not the best at doing this. So I've got quite a few from Tammy Berkey, because she's been going through all my videos. So bear with me. I will try. I'm trying to find the best place for my tablet. I will try to state which video they're on. So Tammy commented on day 17 of hashtag DIYDP24. So she's catching up with all of the cross stitch conversion videos from the last event, which is good. Thank you, Tammy, for taking the time to watch them all back. She said, I'm working on, oh no, she said, thank you for the suggestion of Truly Criminal. I love watching true crime. Me too. Truly Criminal is a UK based one, although they do a lot of stories from across the world, which is fabulous. But it's a nice little one to watch. It's one of my favourites. I do watch a lot of true crime. When I first started diamond painting, I was watching a lot of diamond painting YouTube. And I quickly realised that I loved watching kitten ups as well as doing them myself. And whip videos. I'm not so keen on unboxings unless... do you know what? I was going to say unless it's a Diamond Art Club kit. But actually that's not true. I'm not overly keen on unboxings at all. Because, like most of you, when I am listening... I'm diamond painting, so if I've got to look, it's going to distract me from placing. So I watch things that I don't have to look up from. So Truly Criminal is one of my favourites. Also The Misery Machine. If you are into true crime, give them, I love their format, I love the way they do it, and I really look forward to their videos. Please note I am not sponsored by any of these people. I'm just sharing because they're good. Just sharing because they're good, that's all. But I'm glad that you liked Tammy. Dotty Diva, she says, it's always good to have a plan. I love your videos, just don't spread yourself too thin. Your painting looks good. Have a great day. Hugs, Billy. So that was on the DIY DP Weekly cross-stitch conversion whip and chat that I did a week ago. Thank you. Thank you. I won't, okay? I am. So, like, in some areas of my life, I love being organised. And in some areas of my life, I am just full on organised. And especially in my working life. So, I have a bag in the back of my car. And it has compartments in it. Because I'm quite forgetful. So if I don't have everything in the same place every time I go out, then I will forget stuff and I'll leave stuff behind and all that. So I have to be. And I've always gone against having a schedule because, you know, YouTube's very much, it's a hobby. This is what I do for a hobby. But last year, I kind of realised I hit that 1,000 subscribers. And I have sat and watched the numbers go up and go down and all that sort of thing. And I've realised that by having a regular schedule, I can catch more people. Not in a bad way, but you know, because they'll be used to it being on. And even though I'm not structured with my YouTube, other people watching it will be. So, because I've had to change stuff, I don't have as much free time in the evenings now because I am spending time with my husband and loving it. I have to say, we're kind of at that point where we've gone, why have we not done this sooner? You know, but anyway, I have sat down, you know, I'm not doing nails as a business, so I'm not forever dealing with getting new people in and all that sort of thing. I've literally sat down and gone, do you know what? If I can get my diary organised, I will feel much better. And I do already. But the best way if you are changing your routine to get into a routine is to just keep going until it becomes habit. And right now, I am managing to film at least a week to 10 days ahead. So with the DIY DP videos, I've already got this week's one that's going up. So I'm actually filming for next week's. And that works. That works. So I promise I'm not going to spread myself too thin. I am just being more structured. And you also need to remember that the videos may not be as long. You know, they're not always going to be hour-long videos. So it's fine. We'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, I'll change it. That's the beauty of doing this. But, you know, I am thinking ahead. Both me and my husband want to retire. Even if it's semi-retire, we don't want to be working until our late 60s. Because by the time we do that, we might be in a space where we can't spend time doing what we want to enjoy. So, yeah, I've got to think ahead a bit. But thank you very much. And thank you for taking the time to comment, Billy, as you always do. Absolutely. Okay, next we have 3 comments from Tammy across 3 different videos. So this is hashtag DIY DP weekly. It is what is a conversion. She said, how exciting. I'm hoping to join you again in May. Oh my God, Tammy, that would be fabulous. Tammy has taken part in DIY DP before. But this last one was very quiet. There wasn't as many people as I'd hoped for. And that is my fault. I didn't devote the time to it. To promoting it and stuff as I have done previously, so it's my own fault, hence the hashtag DIY DP weekly. Do you know why I called it weekly? There was an ad in the UK. I don't even know what the ad was for because I don't really watch television, but there was an ad and their theme tune sort of went how did it go? It was something about cheapy weekly. Anyway, it got stuck in my head. So I hear weekly and it's like DIY DP weekly. Weekly cheaply. Something like that. Anyway, I'm waffling now. She's off. She's off. Let's get that one in there. If you're interested, I am using double-sided tape in my thing. So that's one comment. Thank you, Tammy. Also, also, while I think about it, if you are new to my channel and you comment, you will see that I will give you a thumbs up to say I like your comment when I see it. You will then notice that I may love your comment. And if I love your comment, it's because I've read it out. I pretty much read out every single comment. The only time I would not read, I've missed so many on this. The only time I would not read your comment out is if you said something rude, you know. So that's how you can tell. If you've had a like and a love heart, it's because I've mentioned you on the video. Just so you know. Tammy also said, she said, this may sound silly, but I'd love to see a behind the scenes of preparing some of your Etsy shop items for shipping to customers. For example, I'd love to see what goes into getting a tray ready and sent out. Well, Tammy, your wish is my command. There will be a video going up soon. I'm not going to say when because I'm working ahead and I'll confuse myself. But yeah, there is a video coming up showing just that. And thank you for the idea. I hadn't considered that done before. The only time that I've been asked to do that before is when I first started making the pens. And somebody has said, oh, I'd love to see how you make them. Can you do a video? And my answer was no, because I want to sell them. And if I show everybody how to make their own, I won't sell any. And I'm not being funny, you know. It's a decent amount of profit for me making the pens when I have time to make them, I hasten to add. So I refused on that occasion, but no, I have done that. So that will be coming up, Tammy. She also says, I've just come off it and now I've got to go back and find my comments again. Oh my God. Sometimes my life. Comments. There we go. Where did we go? Where did we go? She also says, so this is, all of these comments are on the Whip on Wicked Witch. So we have, so Tammy says, only a mother is sly enough to bore her child into wanting a job. I love it. It is a bit of that. It's also the fact that like Kat is one of those people who likes structure, and at the minute she hasn't got any. So she is applying for jobs. She's on Indeed applying for jobs. She applied for a apprenticeship the other day because her dad sent her a link for one for the BBC. But she is also lucky enough to have some money from a trust fund that we started when she was little. Before you sit there thinking she's got a huge amount of money, she hasn't. It's a decent amount of money for a 19-year-old, but it won't last long, you know? It won't last long. You know what teenagers are like. Anyway, she does like to have a structure. And actually, when I said to her, I literally said to her yesterday, I am going to show you how to do a deep clean on the bathroom. My plan is to get her doing the housework, doing the major cleaning during the week until she gets a job. Because if you're not going out, I am not, point blank not, going out to work with all the issues I've got and then coming home and then cooking. No. You know, you're at home, you're not doing anything else. So Mum and Kat are at home most of the time. Mum has her jobs to do. So amongst the housework, there are also going to be a couple of nights where she can cook. And I'm not talking gourmet food here. I'm talking about putting shit in the oven and heating it up. It's not difficult to take the pressure off me. Why should I do it all? Why should I? And you know what? I don't want to do it in the evenings either. When, you know, Ashley sometimes doesn't get home till 7 at night. So by the time we've eaten and sat down, we've got like an hour. We don't want to be coming home and hoovering or cooking or, you know, tidying the bathroom. So, yeah, But you're right, it is a good. The first thing would be if she tidied her own room, but do you know what? I'll settle for the bathroom and the kitchen being done. That'll do me. You know, you pull out everything in your arsenal, isn't it? And truth be told, all right, you know, she in the UK, she wouldn't be considered an adult until she was 21. But in reality, she is. She's finished with education now. She's not going to be going to uni. She's made that decision, and that's fine. We're not sad about that. But I also don't want her spending her entire time playing on YouTube, playing games, and spending the money that we've took years to build up for her, and me be out slogging when she's doing nothing. Not happening. And I will say, I did put an idea forward to my boss about Kat joining me and us working as a team, but the boss felt it wouldn't work, especially when it comes to holidays and stuff. So I have tried, but I can't do it for her. I can't do everything for her. She's 19, so she needs to pull a finger out, basically. I also know how hard it is for school leavers to get jobs, especially their first one, and especially when they have no experience at all of working at anything. It's incredibly difficult. Doesn't mean she has to stop trying though. So yeah, I'm gonna make most of it. So hence why I'll have a little bit more time, Billy. So thank you, Tammy, for bringing it up. But like you say, Billy, you don't want me to wear myself out. It's fine. I'm not going to have the bathroom to clean. It's all good. Right, I think that's that colour done. So thank you. We then have some lovely emojis from Jan Beale. Thank you. And Sarah. Sarah is a long time subscriber. She is also mad about the pens. I'm presuming she loves them because she brought so many. But oh, are they all going to fit? Are they all going to fit? I love it when you start getting to the point where you don't need your extra pots anymore because you've used them all. 647. Oh, hang on. What are these? Are they 647 or 6? They're 640. I've literally got these 2 little bags of extra drills now. We nearly used them all, which is good. So they can go in there because I now don't need that one. Okay, next colour. I'm going to go for the 3 because I haven't got many of them. And that'll get that colour out of the way. Haven't discussed today how I'm working, have I? Literally working on this bottom row going across. So whatever's next. And if I reach a point where I haven't got any on that bottom row because they're done, I'll then go the next one up. Makes sense? Probably not. Nice. Okay, we also have emojis from Shari Ruggles. Thank you. She's in Canada. Thank you very much. And then Darcy Foster. Darcy says, hi Sam, yeah, about my dryer. I have to have it. First, we're not allowed to hang out laundry. It's a trailer park. And I'm physically unable to hang it out. Okay, I think this is because I was saying about not having a dryer. It is unusual in the UK now for people to not have a dryer. Number one, if I had to hang washing out all the time, I wouldn't be able to do it either. The reason that I don't have that issue is because my mum hangs it out or she puts it on airers. Because my mum does the washing. It's also just the fact I haven't got anywhere to put one. It's as simple as that. I am very aware, if you're in a flat or an apartment, if that's what you call it, or you're in certain rented accommodation, that sort of thing, you can't have one. So it's not me. It's not me being a I don't have a dryer snob. It's just a case of we just don't need one. I mean, it's been a little bit harder having the eldest back here because we've got more. But we have a couple of rooms in this house where we've got quite large radiators and the heating's on anyway, and God knows the heating costs enough money, we might as well make the most of it. I couldn't afford to run a dryer. God's honest truth. It is, you know, energy prices in the UK are bloody ridiculous. They really are. Not too many of those, so let's put that back. What's next? We have got this lovely 977, which is this beautiful orange. I've pulled them all in because I've got a fair bit of it. I do love multi-placing. Darcy also says, my new canvas is Springtime Cottage by Abraham Hunter. Loving it. Oh, so similar to this really, because I know Abraham Hunter and Chuck Pinson and Dominic Davison are all, they're not similar artists, they're very different, but you know, it's the cabins, the landscapes. I am loving this now. When I first started it, I had my doubts. I did, because I don't like confetti. You know, I do. I'm just wondering actually if this pen, because it's a larger multi-place, so I'm wondering if it's sticky enough. Oh yeah, let's go with that for a bit, because I've got some long lines. That'll get through it a quicker look. When I first started doing it, yeah, I wasn't impressed. It was like, oh, it's going to be too confetti. I like a mix of both. I don't mind a bit of confetti, but I do like these larger areas. I don't like masses and masses of multi-placing, but at least it's quick, you know, at least you can get through it. So, yeah, but I won't be, I'm glad that I stuck with it. I am. It is beautiful, I have to say. Is it going to go up on my wall somewhere? No. And I'm at that point now where I've got to start, what am I going to do with these finished canvases? You know, especially these bigger ones. The answer is I don't know. I just don't know. If you have any answers. I mean, the thing is, you can't even like donate them, can you? Because like you'd have to frame them or something. And they're so big. But yeah, it's not going to go up on the wall. It will be rolled up and kept until such time as I decide or figure out what I'm doing with it. Or until someone comes along. That's another reason that I like to keep my tracker, you know, because you never know. Someone might turn around to you and go, oh, I'm looking for a big painting for this space and I'd really like this type of thing. At which point you can pull out your book and you can go, oh, I've got this. What do you think to this? And you know what? I'd give it away quite happily. If they were prepared to frame it or, you know, whatever with it, I'd be happy to give it away if it went up on someone's wall, if I knew someone was getting pleasure from it. And it is a beautiful canvas. Another drink of my coffee. Tammy also says, I have this canvas. I am so doing purple ABs for the eyes. Thanks for the idea. I'll let you know how it works. And that was on Wicked Witch because I switched the ABs. I put ABs, green ABs in her eyes. And the reason I chose green is because my eyes are hazel. And I didn't want a brown tone, so that's why I used green. But because there are no ABs in that kit, so the only way you're going to get ABs in is by adding your own. When I was doing it, I half contemplated putting in green ABs for the Emerald City in the background, but actually I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't want the Emerald City to be the thing that stood out the most. I loved the witch herself, so hence why I decided to do just the eyes. But I did say it would look amazing if they had purple eyes. I mean, purple's my favourite colour, but I've really taken to green in the last 12 months. It's really become, it is what I would call, right, my favourite colour overall is purple, okay? So if I'm buying something, so my yoga mat, I've got a folding yoga mat. It's a bit thicker than normal. It's purple because they had it. My massive cushion that I've just bought, that's another story, it is in purple. So if I've got a choice, I'm going to do purple. But clothes-wise and stuff, I've bought purple laces for my Doc Martens, but clothes and that I've been wearing a lot of green. Greens, blacks, that sort of thing, earthy colours. So, you know, I'm falling for it. But I love the Factorize of that colour. I really do. But I also know, like I said, because I am 2 rows away from finishing this, I have got time to finish this canvas and to finish Wicked Witch before we do a vote for the next kit to be done, because I already know I'm going to do Rock of Souls. So yes, so thank you for commenting. Let's go back. Just want to make sure. Okay, so the next comment is from Darcy again. This is on kitting up, the part 1 kitting up of A Question of Reality. She said that's why I don't really like resin drills, nothing but static. Yeah, it is a nature of the resin. You know, I've worked with resin, so I know how staticky it can be. And it's also a product of your environment. So half the reason would be because I was sitting in the sunroom. It can be a little bit damp. You know, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and therefore it makes them a bit more staticky. But as I've said, you know, if you have one of these trays, pop a piece of dryer sheet in the tray, pour all the drills on, stick the lid on, hold the stopper and just shake, and it will get rid of it. And then you can pour them in. I'd just forgotten about it. And I didn't expect it to be that bad. You know, it is what it is. I got there, did I not? I got there. Which you wouldn't know because you haven't seen part 2, but that will be coming out on Wednesday. So you may have seen it by now. You will have seen it by now. Busy Lizzie. Hi Lizzie. She says, the way I deal with static, bear with me. The way I deal with static is that I open the bag, blow air a couple of times into the bag, close the bag and shake. Make sure it's properly closed, otherwise drills will fly everywhere. This works for me 99% of the time. If it doesn't work, repeat. Sometimes it needs extra air, I've found. You see, I've tried that though. It doesn't work for me. I've tried blowing into it. It's done nothing. So maybe it is about the location, you know, the humidity of the air where you live. Because I know Lizzie lives up north. So maybe it's, you know, drier or something. I don't know. At the end of the day, the question I will ask myself will always be, is that kit worth doing despite the static? And in 99.9%, I would say yes it is, always. So, you know, work with it. Why have I gone back to this pen? Picked up the wrong one. This one's stickier. And it's purely because I don't want to have to load a pen up now. I did have somebody the other day actually contact me and ask why I didn't have much on my shop. It's there for the trays, pretty much. Because trays are an easy thing to put on. They are easy to list. And there's not loads of little bits and pieces that I've got to faff around with. So that's why. And like I said, the pens will be going on there too. And I did say, didn't I? I was going to concentrate on pens and trays. Pens and trays. Okay. Sarah Hardy. I've already mentioned that you gave me some emojis, but we'll give you some more love. Erin Dreams, she said, I'm getting some of the Static Guard spray for laundry tomorrow. I've heard a quick spritz in each bag kills static forever, even in the bottles. I also only use bottle storage. Oh, Erin, you need to let us know how you get on with that, if it truly works. I mean, I've got little squares cut up and I just chuck it in. It's not a massive thing. It's just frustrating when you're kitting up, because obviously I want the video to be as smooth as possible for your guys' sake. There is a small group of you that find it bloody hilarious when I drop drills or they're staticky or whatever, or I get my arms stuck in a box, you know, so you may not mind. But yeah, let us know. Let us know how it goes. Hopefully the next kitting up I do won't be as bad, but we'll see. I'll still continue with it. I love bottle storage. It is my favourite. But I use other types because other types come in handy for other types of diamond paintings. There's nothing wrong with having a choice. Look how beautiful that multi-placer works. It's a little bit on the too sticky side. So when I say I'm dabbing it, it is literally, I'm just dabbing it on my clothes, my skin, anything to dirty that double-sided tape. I can tell you, once you have got double-sided tape at that perfect point, it lasts for ages. Yes, even longer than glue dots. Glue dots are too bloody fiddly for me. I haven't got patience. But double-sided tape lasts quite a while. I also do like Diamond Art Club putty. I have used putties and I do like them. I just don't like getting them on my canvas. So that's that done. And then we are on to the last hashtag DIY DP weekly, which was yesterday. So again, we have emojis from Jan. Thank you, Jan. And Tammy, thanks, Sam. I sat down to watch your video as a distraction from some issues I'm having. Your talk of positivity was just what I needed to hear. Always enjoy hearing and watching you. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I am exactly the same. Okay, I have had more time recently to just sit and diamond paint, and it has helped so much. I'm not saying that, you know, if you've got stuff going on that you shouldn't take the time to process it, to be upset about it, to, you know, whatever it is, to mourn, anything like that. We all need to do those things. We are human. And, you know, those things are good for you. And if you're not having those feelings, if you're not getting upset or depressed or struggling, then I kind of think, you know, you're probably a psychopath when all's said and done. We all need to have those feelings to deal with stuff. However, there's always a positive way at looking at stuff. Okay? Please don't jump on me if you are going through something horrendous and you're in that mindset of, well, there is no positive way to this. Just hear me out, all right, before you jump on me. A lot of times people will say things and you instantly jump to the defense because you are in a place where you cannot see a way out. And there is nothing wrong with that. I'm not berating anyone for that. You will reach a point in your time. You will. But there's always the chance for you to look at what's going on and to find another way of looking at it. I'm going to use really, really silly examples. Okay, really silly examples. So, yesterday, I went to go outside to get in my car and my car was completely frozen because we've had a cold snap. and it was very frosty. This is not to the level that you get in Canada or anything like that. It is just frost, but it was chilly. It was cold. And you know what? Yes, if I look on the negative, oh, for God's sake, it's going to take me 10 minutes to clear the car. It's bloody freezing. My nose is cold, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't do that. What I did was I got a can of deicer. I sprayed it on all the windows. I'd already got the car running. And then I was grateful because in our car, we have heated seats. So, yes, it's a negative that it's frosty and I've had to take the time to defrost the car. But the positive is that once I'm in my car, I've got this gorgeous heated seat to warm me through. And you appreciate that more because you've just spent 10 minutes getting the frost off your car. Do you see what I mean? And you can do that with anyone. You can do it with words. You know, if someone says you're bossy, you're not bossy. You're organised. You're a leader. You know, that's what bossy means. You're untidy. You're not untidy. You just work better in a chaotic state. You're nosy. You're not nosy. You just know what's going on. You're able to see stuff that other people don't take the time to look at. You're angry. Am I angry? Or actually, am I emotional? And emotional is a positive thing because everybody needs to let their emotions out to deal with shit. So that's not a bad thing. You know, it's your perspective. It's the way you look at that negative or positivity. Now, does that mean that I don't have days where I get into bed and I just pull the duvet over my head and just not cry so much? Because recently, I mean, I've done a lot of that last year, but I'm kind of, I don't want to waste my energy on negative shit. I really don't. I want to be able to save my strength for positive stuff. So, you know, we all have days. We're all allowed to have days, and even longer than days if it's something really major, you know, absolutely. But actively trying to have a positive outlook on life will make your life so much easier. And you know, like road rage, okay, my road rage has got better. Yes, okay, that person behind me who's so close he could sniff my knickers, it's annoying. Is it stressful that he's, you know, in such a hurry to get to where he's going that he's willing to risk hitting the back of my car? Yes, it is. It's annoying, but is it gonna... I've gone back to doing that again. Why have I done that? I need to stop putting the pen down. Is it going to affect my whole day? No, because I'm not going to sweat it. At the end of the day, I'm not stressed. I'm going to get to where I'm going to get to when I get there. It's as simple as that. And by not reacting to it, and by having the positive outlook of, okay, he's in a rush, but I'm lucky because I don't need to be. You know, changes everything. Changes everything. And you pass that on to people. How many times have you been walking? Like, being truly grateful for things. We all say thank you, don't we? When we're shopping, I'm getting warm now. When we're shopping and we say thank you to the checkout assistant or whatever you want to call them, we say thank you, but do we really mean it? So like if I go to McDonald's and I get my drive-through because, right, I only have McDonald's now on a Thursday and it's a wrap because I'm on Weight Watchers. That's another story. But I always go to the drive-through window because I'm between jobs. So if I get it at the drive-through, I can park up for half an hour and eat it while I'm watching YouTube or something. And when I say thank you, I always say thank you and have a good day. And I mean it. Because that poor person's probably been stood there for 3 hours and they've dealt with loads of people being snotty because they think that they're better than the person at McDonald's because, you know, they're high flyers or they've got a lot of money or whatever, and that's not the case, is it? You saying to that person, "Jill, thank you, and I really hope you have a good day," could change everything for them. Because they'll go home and maybe their partner's grumpy and they'll go, "Do you know what happened to me today? This person said thank you and they said have a nice day. It really made me feel better." And you're passing it on. And that's how positivity grows. It's just a thought. But didn't I say, when I first started doing this, I said the whole reason for me doing this was I enjoyed watching these type of videos. I cannot get that drill out of there. Why is it? Thank you. The whole reason I started doing it is because there weren't many UK ones and I felt there was a space. And B, because it helps me. And I really enjoy listening to people's views on things and that sort of thing. There's no rule that says we have to talk about diamond painting. You talk about anything you want. And if you comment, you can tell me what you want to talk about and I'll answer it. And this is how we end up on these tangents. So actually, you are in control. You guys are in control of what I produce. Because if you give me comments and questions, I then have topics to go into. Please note that all views are my own. Please don't come for me. And if you do come across someone who is going through an absolutely awful, awful time of it, the first thing that you can do to help that person is to just give them the time to talk and a hug. It will make all the difference, I promise. So let's have a look. So last comment is from Rachel Oberdin. She says, "I do diamond painting. I'm currently working on a snow castle from the Diamond Art Club and it's a huge project." Oh my God, it is. Penny's got that one. Penny's done that one. It is the largest canvas they've ever done? It's Randall Spangler, isn't it? It's beautiful. And do you know what? When it came out, I ummed and ahed about getting it. And the reason I didn't is because I had already got, what's it called? Firefly Fireworks. And that's a big long one. So I didn't get it, but Penny had, it's stunning. It's a beautiful project. Where are you going to put it? I'm interested. She also says, what's the conversion you're using on the tablet? The conversion that I'm using is called Lord of the Rings. I don't know if my tablet's on to show you, so let me show you in my tracker. This is why having a tracker works. If my nails allow me to get the elastic off. There we go. Okay, so this is the conversion I am working on. I am a Tolkien fan. I wouldn't even just say Lord of the Rings. I am a Tolkien fan. So this I got from Etsy. And this is a cross-stitch pattern. It's called the Lord of the Rings Stained Glass. And it was on Etsy. It is licensed, but I can't remember the name of where I got it from. However, it isn't actually the Lord of the Rings. It is the Hobbit. And they are two separate things. I know people will go, it's Lord of the Rings. It is. But it's a different story. This is actually the story of the Hobbit. So all the way from when Gandalf greets him in the morning, all the way through his adventures, meeting Gollum, the eagles, all the way through to when they get to the mountain and they battle Smaug, the dragon. And I loved it. So I had to have it. I'm working in 4 pieces. If you are interested in more of that type of thing, absolutely keep watching. Hashtag DIY DP weekly, or better yet, just put hashtag DIY DP into the search box on YouTube. You will get videos from me, lives, videos from other content creators, all sorts. Give it a go. Have a look. So it's a highlighted comment as well, and I have no idea why. I don't even know how I did it. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. I've done all the comments and questions. I'm going to finish this section off and then I'm going to film for next week's DIY DP Weekly. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and please do consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. It all helps. Massive hello to new subscribers this week. I've had a lovely jump, and always so grateful to all of you, whether you're newer, whether you've been with me from the beginning. No matter what, I am here for you, I promise. So thank you for taking the time, and it is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.